Talking North Pocono softball, Joe Miraglia with us. What a year for you and the ladies. I know you're excited, already looking forward to next year, but let's first take a step back and think about the success for this season of 2025.
Started off pretty interesting. We had 10, 11 freshmen coming in. Expect it when you have new freshmen coming in. How's the team going to handle it? How they're going to gel? What are we going to do to all work together and help each other and find a way. And so we started with the idea of, we have a book that's called The Twin Thieves, and we would read a chapter each day. It's all about leadership, all about bonding together, all about not about me but about us, and how do we help each other to be the best we could be. And the kids bought into it real quick, and we would read a chapter every week and a few chapters every week, and then it just showed and it started to develop. So the transformation of gelling together came out really good. We had some talented seniors, juniors, and sophomores, and then coming together at one point, probably within 4 or 5 weeks of the season, especially after that would be Valley View, it seemed like it came all together, and they were just loving each other and helping each other, and it wasn't about me, it was about us. And evidently it showed on the field, and it just grew and grew and grew into a successful season, a district championship, and then a run in the States.
Playing with some of the best teams, and you and I were talking before we started, you're like, I'll tell you what, Lackawanna Conference maybe was the best conference in the state, and the talent, the people you faced. Obviously Valley View won a state championship. You were able to beat them this season. It has to feel good, but obviously you're like, hey, we want a little bit more. But nonetheless, a lot of positives about the success and winning what you did. Go back all the way to 1975. Take us through that emotional moment of winning that championship, and then hearing from somebody that you're like, hey, who is this?
Yeah, that was exciting, very exciting to get to where we got to. And I strongly believe that at one point we discussed as a team that if we're going to go further, we have to get out of this district, because Lackawanna League, as far as I was concerned, and even Lake Lehman, we played Division I pitcher, we faced the best teams in the state. There's no doubt. Evidently, Valley View won the state championship. We're in the semifinals. Holy Cross, Mid Valley. Unfortunately, Abington, we beat Abington, but they were just legit too. They would have made a run also and hopefully got to the States. But if this worked out that way, that we had a great day and things worked out, we won the district championship. And it got so exciting and emotional for us and for the team is, I got that phone call or speaking to Joy after the district game, and she was, the coach of the 1975 team, and his first time it was done in 50 years, and she was very emotional, and she was excited for the team and for the players, and we invited her to our banquet, and the girls, they just gelled, and it was so much confidence. It's so positive, in the banquet, that this felt so good that we weren't done yet, and we wanted to go further and do more. But it evidently it showed, and then she invited some players, and the emotion was just so exciting, and it was such a positive banquet, and of course it reflected also in the season.
Let's talk a little bit about having success where you stop, and you've stopped some places, and you're stopped here at North Pocono. Talking about the success that you're having, and that formula for winning.
Yeah, that's a great question. So, when I came out, when I retired 10 years ago, I wanted to be a head coach. I was an assistant for Valley View for a while, and I decided I wanted to be a head coach. So I went to Forest City, and just to get my feet wet, and it was a great stop. We won a couple district championships there, and we turned that program around, and so I wanted something more. And then I was coaching 5 or 6 girls in our travel team. Me and Weston were coaching the travel team, the Rampage, and there was 5 girls from our Pocono there. And they kept on telling me, Coach, put in for the job, put in for the job, put in for the job, and I finally did, and I'm glad. I mean, I'm blessed. It's a great community, great school district. I've been treated by the administration outstanding, and of course the talent up here. But also the parents, very supportive. This day and age, to have a group to support you and have your back and just be able to coach, and with a group like this, I'm excited, I'm blessed, and I'm a lucky man to be up here coaching such a talented group.
With such young players and just 2 seniors.
Yes.
Talk about the leadership, and again, you have a book, you have a philosophy, you have different things. How did you kind of get that whole everybody buying in, and were those 2 seniors quite helpful in what you're trying to do here? And did you get some of the younger players say, hey, you got to mature a little bit here quickly?
Well, another great question. We start back in November. We start hitting and so forth. Well, I got my captains together, and there's a video course with Twin Thieves for leadership. So all the captains bought in, and what we would do is each video, I would send them 2 or 3 videos a week, and they would review the videos. And then after we strength and conditioning, I would ask them questions, and they would know the answer to the questions. We would have a debate, a discussion of each video, and then we decided as a group that we're going to have the whole team read the book, and it really helped us to build that leadership, because that's where it starts. They had to buy in, which I had these kids now for 3 years, and they all bought in, and they all wanted to be the best they could be, and they all knew what talent was coming up besides the talent we had coming back. So they bought in quickly, and they were probably 99% of how successful we were, because they bought in and they knew how to learn how to be leaders, and it just slowly developed each week, and they stuck together. They informed what we call leadership council. So we picked a couple kids, a couple freshmen, a couple sophomore, juniors, and then the captains that would oversee. And each week they would dial in as a group. My assistant would, dial in with them. What's the feel of the team this week? Is there any drama going on? What things could we do to have more fun? And they come up with some fantastic ideas. Well, we're doing yoga once a week. We're having pizza parties. And then if there was drama, they would talk about it, and it ended right there. And then we would move forward. So definitely helped a lot. Because of them, I think that's the reason why we're so successful this season.
Congratulations, bright future here at North Pocono with you at the helm for the softball program. All the best for the next season. I'm sure you guys are getting ready to start already.
Yeah, we already started. We had our hitting practice today. All freshmen coming in, 8th graders. They all been notified, and they were up there this morning. So everybody's buying, and the excitement around the community, of what we did. 50 years. To think about that, 50 years before you won a district championship. And there's a sign at the field that has all the years, and the last 3 years, I'd be looking at that sign, and I'm like, no way. 50 years, no way. And then the girls start buying it like, Coach, it's been 50 years. And you know what? We did it.
What a year to do it.
And now we have to continue on and grow from here.
Well, congratulations, Joe.
Thanks, John.